Okay, so guys, today going to be The Journey of the Doll illustrated by Howard Fiston, written by Doris Webberstein. So today we're going to read this. And guys, I don't know how long is this gonna take. So guys, if it takes more than 20 minutes, then guys, I'm just gonna do a part 2 tomorrow on this one. Okay. Chapter 1. What can I do for Dora? Eric asks his mom at breakfast one Saturday. You can download an app to play a game. His mother replied, "No, that's not what I mean." I mean, what can I do to own a Dora? Wait, guys, before I turn to the next page, I'm seeing how many pages. Whoa, that's 37. I don't know how long it will take. Why do you need to own Dora? His mother asked. Eric explained that his class was studying at the corridor. They wanted to help the poor children there. The teacher asked everyone to look on a Dora to send to Eric older for men. What does she need to have done around the house for that Eric could do to own a Dora? What kind of work was with Dora? How long should it take to do that? To do that work that would be with Dora. The sun was shining brightly that day. She would ask him to do something outside of the house. She thought of something that Eric could do and be finished within 30 minutes. Eric, there are weeds in my flower beds, she said. If you put the weeds for a half hour, I'll pay you $1. Eric liked helping his mother plant flowers every spring. They planted zinnias and cosmos seeds. They took little seeds of marigolds and impatiens from small pots, and replanted them in the ground. Eric was always proud when the flowers grew and made their house look pretty. "That's a great idea," he shouted. He went to his golden tools. So guys, what's your favorite flower? Let me know in the comments. This is a question, so you gotta comment this as soon as possible. ASAP. Chapter 2. Eric put on his gloves to keep his hands from getting too dirty. He used a cracker to make the soil loose so that he could pull the weeds easily. It was not easy to pull some of the weeds, and others had prickly needles on them. He pulled a pile of weeds and threw them on the compost heap in the corner of the yard. When he finished, he showed his mother what he had done. She was very happy with his work and gave him a crisp new dollar bill. "You made the garden more beautiful than ever," she told Eric. He was very proud of doing a good job. Then she gave him $2. "This is a tip for being such a good son and gardener. You did much more than I expected you to do." That night and the next night, Eric slept with his towel under his pillow and his $2 in a jar on his dresser. On Monday morning, Eric took the bus to school. He touched the pocket in his shirt every few minutes to make sure the dog was still there. He looked around and wondered how many of his classmates of the bus had earned up money over the weekend and had a dog in the bucket. So guys, what could you do to earn a dollar to help someone need? So guys, you gotta comment down below, what do you do to help someone you need and earn a dollar? Okay guys, chapter 3. That afternoon, Eric's mother came to school too. It was her turn to be a teacher's assistant. She came to Eric's class. When the time came, the lesson on agriculture, the teacher, Mr. Corwin, asked his child to come into the front of the room with the dollar to tell what had they done to it. Lord told her on her dollar by walking her little sister to show when the parents were painting in the porch. Sophia on her doll by washing out the famous grocery cans and recycling bins. Ew, that's gross, but guys, it's some of my favorite things when I grow up. Each time a student told the story of earning money, they put the doll in a picture on Mr. Crone's desk. When it was Elliot's turn, he told how he had pulled weeds in the hot sun. There were many poor children and a toddler who were working all day pulling weeds in the potato fields and cannot go to school. Mr. Cohen told the class Mr. Cohen had lived in Dr. many years before as a peace crops volunteer. Elliot said, I'm glad that I can help those children go to school with my dollar. He probably put it into the jar. His mother smiled and she was very proud of Elliot too. That night, when his mother came to tuck him in, Elliot said, I put my doll in the jar at school today, but how's my doll going to get to a doctor to help the little children who can't go to school because they have to pull weeds in the potato fields? Elliot's mother smiled and looked at him with love. Close your eyes, she said, and I will tell you about the journey that doll is taking to other. So guys, did you take a trip somewhere last summer? So guys, you don't have to comment this.
Where did you go last summer?
Wait. Oh, okay, Mommy, read this. Chapter 4.
Chapter 4. First, Elliot's mother asked him to name all the students in his class. There's Sophia, Latoya, Abdi, and the twins, Ari and Ariana, Brooke, Hannah, Mac, Sadie, and Elliot went on until he had named all 23 children in his class. And me. So there are $24 in the jar, said Elliot's mother. No, cried Elliot, opening his eyes. Mr. Curran gave $1 too. There are $25.
Okay, guys.
The first thing that will happen is that Mr. Curran will take the $25 and put a rubber band around them. He will take the dollars to the school office so that he can write a letter, Elliot's mother said. And she was right. Here's what Mr. Curran's letter said. Dear friends, these $25 are from my second grade class at McDowell Elementary School. We are studying Ecuador. We would like to help children in Ecuador to have a better life. Elliot's mother continued. He will sign the letter and write down the name of each child who gave $1. Then he will put the letter and money bag in a big envelope and send it to the New York City. But I want my dollar to go to Ecuador, not New York City, said Elliot, and with his eyes wide.
Open this eyes wide.
Yep. Be calm, his mother requested. In New York City, the dollars from your class will be delivered to a special charity group that helps children in Ecuador and other countries around the world. There, it will meet $25 from children in a school in California.
CA.
It will meet $15 from children in a church Sunday school class from Tennessee.
TN.
It will meet $30.
$35.
Dollars that was sent by
$35
Yeah.
that was sent by children in Michigan who put a play for their neighbors over the summer to earn money. How much money is that, including the $25 from Elliot's class? So guys, you don't have to comment this. This looks like a quiz. Okay. Chapter 5. So my dollar has gone from our house to my school and then to New York City. Elliot said with excitement. He had never been to New York City, but he had seen pictures of it in books and on television. With his eyes closed, he could see the tall buildings in the Statue of Liberty. He could see the door of an office in one of the buildings. He imagined his dollar sitting on the big desk in the charity's office in one of those tall buildings. But how does my doll go from New York to Educator. He asked Elliot what's an interest for his daughter to life in ethical safety. His mother said that the dollar now went from the charity's office into a big bank downtown. Elliot had been downtown with his mother to a big bank building. It had a very high ceiling and marble pliers down at the doorway. In the bank, Elliot's mother continued, "Your dollar and the other $99 get put into a special place with money and that hundreds and hundreds of other people had given to the charity to help people in need." Elliot's eyes popped open. I bet there's $1 trillion from the children in that bank. His mother laughed. Not quite, but there are many millions. Still, your doll is very special. Elliot smiled as he closed his eyes again. The next day, Elliot's mother explained a person who works for the charity group in the corridor will be able to use that money to help children who need it. She asked Elliot if he remembered seeing her or this father write checks to pay bills. Sometimes too, they used the internet to pay bills with a credit card number. Of course, he said. Elliot knew that his parents put money in the bank or the credit union and then used checks and debit cards instead of dollar bills to pay for things. His mother kissed him for good night. As he drifted off to sleep, he pictured a woman who liked his mother. With wet hair, because Elliot liked wet hair, carrying his dollar from the sheriff's office to a bank very much like the one downtown. Does your family have an account at a bank or credit union? So guys, you don't have to answer this in the comments. Let me read this. Chapter 6.
Chapter 6. That morning at breakfast, Elliot had one more question. "I don't understand something," Elliot told his mother. "How does the charity lady in Ecuador get the money from the bank in New York?" "Good question," said his mother. "The bank in New York City has a branch, sort of a sister bank, in Quito, the capital city of Ecuador. When the charity puts money in their New York City bank account, another person who works for the charity in Ecuador can go to the sister bank called a branch in Ecuador. She can take the money out. She cannot take out the money there and use it for the school children."
Okay.
"A branch," Elliot whispered and closed his eyes while he chewed his toast. He pictured a big tree with a tall white trunk and many branches. There was no money on the trunk, but instead of leaves on the tree, there were dollar bills. "Oh," he gasped. "Do they use dollars in Ecuador? I didn't know that they use. I know that they don't use them in England." Elliot's cousin studied in England and gave him some English money when she returned. "Why, yes, they do use dollars in Ecuador," his mom said. "Only a few countries outside the United States use American dollars, and Ecuador is one of them." Elliot breathed easy now. His dollars was safely on its way to Ecuador, and it didn't have to travel on a jet or in a car where it might get lost or stolen.
Okay, so guys, can you find England on a map or globe? What is the capital of England? So guys, you don't have to comment this because that's a quiz. So guys, you don't have to comment this. But guys, I just want to show you the picture of this. Chapter 7. Elliot and his class continued to learn about Ecuador.
They knew that it was in South America. They learned that Ecuador has a long coast along the Pacific Ocean.
They learned that the edits matters with them.
They learned that
And they learned
about the tropical rainforest in the eastern part of the country. Elliot wrote a report on the toucan It's a bird with a large, colorful beak that lives in Ecuador. But he kept wondering where his dollar ended up. One day, just before school ended for the summer, Mr. Curran brought a letter to read to the class. It had a beautiful stamp on the envelope. The letter was from a woman in Ecuador who worked for the charity that received Elliot's dollars. Mr. Curran read the letter. It said that the money from Elliot's class went to the village of La Esperanza in Andes Mountains of Ecuador. Mr. Curran took out the map of Ecuador that the class had used all year. He asked Jessica to come to the front to point to the La Esperanza on the map.
Okay, so guys, can you find Ecuador on the map of globe? So guys, you don't have to comment this because I don't know, but yeah, you don't have to comment this. Chappie, the woman said that the dollars were used to provide the school supplies to a school in LA. It's a sponsor for grades 1 through 3. The lady sent a picture of the school and the school children. On the back of the picture were the names of all the children. Thanks to each and every child in Mr. Cohen's class who contributed a dollar to help the pupils. The lady wrote, there will be no school day here, so children worked all day in the potato fields. But now there's a school and a teacher. But most parents are so poor that they cannot pay for supplies like pencils, notebooks, or clothes. Elliot thought back about his dollar. What a journey it had made. It went from his house to school to New York City, where it went to the office of the charity organization, to a big bank in New York, to a bank in Kyoto, and then to a school in LA. It's a pawn, so that's so far. Elliot sat back in his desk and closed his eyes. He could see a little boy sitting in the school desk in LA Esperanza. The boy looked a lot like him, and both of them were smiling. Will you join Elliot in helping people in need to have a better, happy life? How? So guys, let me know in the comments what you think. Your opinions. Okay guys, these are your resources. But guys, you're gonna read this on your own because I don't really have to read this, so guys, you can just read this on your own. Oh guys, also pause the video because I might be fast, so you may have to pause the video and take your time. Elliot's class is collecting money to help school children in October. Elliot is willing to give, but he doesn't understand how $1 will help or how it gets to Ecuador. Take a journey with Elliot's dollar bill and learn how it makes a difference. So this is age 4-10 book. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed my today's video, and I'll see you next video. Peace!